Hey everyone, it's Shruti here, and it has been a while since I last posted a video. So today let's talk about IELTS speaking. Here's the question that I want to talk about today. Why are you not getting the score that you should be getting in IELTS speaking mock test? So I've been meaning to talk about this because I've been noticing a pattern in a lot of students. I just finished a round of mock tests with my recent class, and I see this happening again and again. These students are actually quite fluent. They use English confidently in class, during practice sessions, and even in their everyday situations very well. But when it's time for a mock test, they panic and their performance doesn't reflect their real ability at all. So what is going on? Well, apart from the IELTS speaking band descriptors, fluency and coherence, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, there's another factor that we often forget to talk about, our mindset. When you're in a mock test or in a real test, even though it's not a real thing, you still feel like you are being judged. That pressure makes many students panic, freeze, or overthink. Actually, I get it. I have been there, and when I took my test 2 years ago, I was so nervous. My mind kept racing. I wasn't just answering the question. I was trying to find the perfect answer. There was a time they asked me about my hobbies, and I didn't just say drawing, which is actually true. I was contemplating, wondering, wait, is it too basic? Should I just say drawing, or should I say something more unique, like maybe fencing, just to impress the examiner? And that's the thing. I tried to impress instead of just expressing my ideas. We panic about how we sound and what they're thinking, the examiners are thinking, even how they are reacting. But in reality, that's just normal. The IELTS examiners are just trained to stay neutral. No reaction is a normal thing. But when it happened to me, everything just went blank. I couldn't even hear the questions anymore because I was so nervous and everything in my head was just so yeah. I was so nervous that I didn't hear the question, and I just guessed what they were asking and gave an answer. That's when I realized, okay, oh my god, I should have been calmer. I should have asked the examiner to repeat the question again if I wasn't sure. It was okay to ask again, but honestly, if I wasn't nervous in the first place, I probably wouldn't have experienced that in the first place. So, how do we stay calm? How do we deal with this nervousness? I didn't figure it out when I was preparing for IELTS, obviously, but once I started teaching, I started doing research on how to be less nervous when I'm speaking in front of a crowd or in a strange situation. So the first tip that I got was to focus on what I am saying and not how I am saying it. So don't try to sound perfect. Just be clear and honest. Even if you don't know something, just say so. I'm not really sure about that, but I guess blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Just be confident and be straightforward with your answers. They are not going to judge you depending on your ideas. They are just going to judge your language. The second thing is to narrate your thoughts. Oh my god, the win. Instead of just taking long pauses, repeating yourself, or hesitating to give an answer, just say what's on your mind. I usually do that. If I'm not sure about something, I say, let me think, or that's an interesting question. You can say that as a time filler so that you can steal some time to figure out your answer. I think it also keeps the conversation flowing when you narrate your thoughts, and it shows the examiner how you think, which is actually a strength. The last tip for me is to imagine that you're talking to someone you know. Instead of seeing the examiner as a stranger judging you, imagine you're talking to a friend or a teacher you're comfortable with. It helps you stay relaxed. It works for me, and I think your answers will come out more naturally if you do that. That's how you can manage it in the real situation. But of course, you can prepare ahead. But how do we do it? So for you to feel more comfortable speaking to strangers in a test-like situation, my first suggestion would be to join conversation clubs. These are available everywhere these days, both online and offline. So there you will get to meet other English speakers, talk about different topics, and practice in a relaxed setting. That could be more fun than you think. And the other thing that I always recommend my students is to try the website Episodin. It's actually amazing. You get matched with a stranger, with the same level, and you're both given a topic to discuss. It's kind of like a part 2 of the speaking test, but it's more fun and casual with a time limit. So it helps you get used to speaking with new people and thinking on your feet. In my classes as well, I always pair my students as speaking buddies and try to make them choose questions for their partner so that they get used to practicing with both familiar and unseen topics. And it has proven effective. So my key takeaway here is no matter how strong your English skills are, if you're planning to take the IELTS speaking test, staying calm under pressure is the one skill that you absolutely need to master as well. Even before you worry about the band descriptors, I would suggest you to focus on this first so that you get comfortable with your English. Because if you get nervous easily or if exam anxiety makes you panic, it can really hurt your performance. It can be a setback. You might start second guessing your answers, maybe hesitating, repeating yourself, or using like strange, unnatural words that doesn't sound or feel like you. And when that happens, it could in turn affect your fluency, coherence, or even vocabulary and grammar, even though you actually know the language. That's why I think mastering your mindset, it's very essential for IELTS speaking. If you have taken the test yourself and you want to share how you managed your nervousness and other parts, feel free to comment down below so that the ones who are taking the test can learn from you. See you again soon, hopefully. Bye.